Shut up and sit down.
Hello, gang. Colin here. Festa 67's workshop and the delectable Airy Cornflake himself.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Dave.
How you doing, mate?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm fine and dandy-o, mate. I'm fine and dandy-o. Let's get the pimpage out of the way first and a bit of the chat, and then we'll do our convening. Don't forget, folks, if you'd like to help support this channel, you can do so by going over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or click the join button under this or any of my other video content and become a channel member. That will give you access to the Zoom 24/7 hangout, where you can come and meet myself and other groovy gangs and the Foxstar and all of that. So bear that in mind. And you can also support young Dave there on patreon.com/Model Making Dave's workshop. So go and have a looky-loo, peeps. Let's have a quick gander who's in the chat. We had Dave saying hello to everyone and myself. We've got Al McNickelwin says, morning Dave. He says it's raining cats and dogs outdoors, so I'll be inside, awaiting a courier to bring me a new Necromunda terrain. There you go. Tracy is out doing her thing as it's her way of exercising. There you go. He also says, how you going, Cole? My old mate, how was the hospital visit? Did they let you out again to plague the airstreams with your plastic magic? Yes, they let me out. It went as well as can be expected. Is what it is, mate, and I just go forwards. It's just something else to deal with, mate.
Yep.
Al says, he says, a bedraggled Tracy is now back from her run and straight into the shower. Lunch is going to be easy sarnies with leftovers to wash it down, green tea. Sorry, Dave, he jumped the gun again. Yes, folks. Dave's question of the day
is what is or what is about to go in your bellies, what is on your benches, and most importantly, and not to be forgotten, what is your beverage of choice whilst watching the show?
Absolutely.
As always, answers on a postcard.
We want to know all the gory details, folks. Panzer Cat says Festa and model maker Dave Zugs. Hello, Panzer. How you doing?
Hello, Panzer.
James says, afternoon, Colin Dave and everyone in chat. Festa hugs, Dave hugs, and big hugs from Shania. Big hugs back to Shania.
Hello, little one.
Paul Lewis is in, says... Paul Lewis is in, says, afternoon, Colin and Dave. Hope you both had a good weekend so far. Yeah, it was a bit hot and bothered, wasn't it? And that we've not really been at the bench much, have we? Because it's a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I tried it on Friday and I sat here for about 10 minutes and it was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, we did the Frolic Friday night, but we only did a short show because Fox was a bit rough. So, yeah. So I had the day off yesterday, didn't do nothing at the bench, sat there. I did the Formula One, the MotoGP, and May I fell asleep in the chair.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Panzer Cat's in, saying hello to Al and James. Everyone's saying hello to each other there. Daniel Chapman's in, says, hi everyone. Hello, Daniel. How you doing, mate? James says belly, chicken and mushroom pot noodle, wrong flavour. Bench,
he needs to be educated.
Absolutely. Bench is Lego Orchids, which I got for Alicia, and Lego Boutique Hotel, which I'm doing on my streams, and his beverage is coffee. Good choice, mate. Good choice. So, Dave, how's Mum?
Mum's good.
Yeah, she's doing all right, yeah?
She's been out in the garden. She's quite happy, but she's moaning because there's not enough rain and she's been out to water her plants.
Oh, she's not been out gallivanting then, but the garden's looking a bit peaky.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, not good. Yeah. Oh, mine's doing all right. She had a bit of a wibble.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I kind of lost interest in what she was wibbling about, to be honest with you. I just held the phone out and let her have a good old sesh, and then it was, oh, well, not to worry, love, don't worry yourself. Yeah, all right, she says, and that was it. Wibble was done. It was like, Marcus Bruni's in. He says, afternoon, Colin Dave
Hello,
and all in
Marcus.
chat. Hello, Marcus. How you doing, geez? Hope you're doing all right, mate. So, folks, yeah, we are going to be doing a bit more on the diggers today. So
Yes.
that's what we're building at the moment. Well, yeah, we're just faffing around with them a bit, just to sort that out. So I'm going to switch down to me bench cam.
Well, I'm going to try because I haven't tested mine since I've done an update. So this could be interesting.
Yeah, I had to do a complete reboot this morning because there was a Windows update again, wasn't there?
Hmm.
So, yeah, let's just move all my lights. So,
Let's have a look. See what's going on. Hello,
yeah,
hello.
yeah, you've made progress, Dave. There is light, he says.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go. You should be able to
Yeah.
see us all. Let's just bring that in.
Oh, hang on. If I do that.
Yeah, that should be all right. Yeah. So let's flip that over there and get that out of the way, and then I can put that one on and on. Like that. There you go. Right, where did we get to? We got to that. We had a bit of rustage going on and all of that lot. So I'll just quickly go full screen just to recap people on where we got to. So I've got it built, and I'm just going round and doing a bit of rust and shizzle. So got a bit of rust in the digger there and a bit round the edges. I didn't want to go too mad, because it's sort of almost like a swap vehicle, but I kind of want it where it's doing a bit of urban cleanup because there's been a bit of civil unrest. So that's kind of where it's at the moment. So I'm going to carry on with that and bung a few bits of dust and detritus around the wheels and that. So I'll come off full screen and put his ladyship full screen so that he can show you what he's been up to.
So mine is going to be a continuation of doing the first coats of the bronze green to get it looking militarily correct.
Yeah.
However, I might have made a bit of a purchase.
Oh, good, man.
So we're going to be using a bit of the old Flory sand wash.
Oh, nice.
Because what I want to do is get it so that it's in all the nooks and crannies where it gets a bit dusty. So
that's what you're up to, is it?
Well, no, I don't think I'm going to get that. Well, I might do.
Absolutely.
You know me.
Everyone's saying hello to Marcus. Vernon's Cave is in, says afternoon. Colin Dave and everyone in chat. Hello, Vernon. How you doing, mate?
Hello, Vernon.
Lovely to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Hope family are keeping well. Jackie is in, says afternoon, gentlemen. Lunch will be a bowl of soup. Dinner's going to be a jacket spud with lamb, and beverage is coffee. Happy days.
Ooh.
Just a quick one, chat. I take it audio and video is coming through A-OK, if you could let me know. I like to keep an eye on it because sometimes Microsoft, when it does an update, can baff with our audio a little bit. So, so we have got a bit of road going on.
Paul Belly, roast beef dinner. Oh, these, oh, God. Yeah. Warhammer Archipeta built, stalled, waiting for materials. Will carry on instead with a 1/12 MFH Ferrari 512S.
Oh, nice. Cool, that's nice.
That's the Formula One one.
Yeah, it's Model Factory Hero Boy by the look of that. Yeah. By a Ferrari 512S.
And
nice.
The beverage of choice is orange juice.
Nice kit, mate. It's one of those. I've always fancied doing an MFH, but I've never fancied the price of them.
They are a bit steep.
They are a bit high end, aren't they?
Right. Atto is saying okay for the sound. Panzer's saying Cole AV is fine.
Thanks, mate.
Now Dave has a small screen on his. Yeah, it will have.
Absolutely.
Vernon saying all good this end.
Cheers. Massive thanks. Jackie says all good on the south coast after last night's thunderstorm. Yeah, it was a bit stormy, wasn't it, love?
I didn't.
Yeah, you was probably fast asleep. You know what happens when your eyelids come down, mate?
I was dead last night.
You was comatose, mate. You know you was.
I'm comatose even when I got my eyes open.
Yeah, he's not far wrong there, folks. So we're going to have a bit of that. So we'll dig one of them out. Rid of those. As Vernon saying hello to Panzer. Paul J. Lewis, Belly. Oh, you've done that one, ain't you? The Warhammer one. Yeah. Lisa's in the craft station. Hello, Lisa, my love. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Lisa. Hope you're keeping well, my darling. Marcus Brun says, Belly later. Skirt steak, cherry tomato salsa, oven roasted spuds and chimichurri. Benchy's got a Shackleton, a little progress due to work, and his beverage is water. Panzer says, Belly, square sausage and egg rolls with HP sauce. Bench, it's a tank. No, really, that's unusual for you.
I thought he would have been doing a Formula 1 car.
Yeah, I thought he'd have been doing something shiny. Beverage, he says, is coffee. There you go. Al says, I once fell asleep on the end of Lucha's air base. At some point, 42 Squadron took off and woke everyone bar him up. Why am I not surprised, Al? Bless you. Right, let's have a looky, look, see what we're going to achieve today. Which way round's my digger going to go? Going to go that way, isn't it?
Forwards, hopefully.
Something like that. Not like that, but like that. If you know what I mean, Dave.
Yep. Well, I think so.
Lisa says, that reminds me, I haven't had my lunch yet. Ah, there you go then, Lisa. Bless you. Hope everything's all right and that you're keeping safe and well, my love. Oh, that's that distinct sound of Dave doing a bit of shakeage.
No, I'm doing stirrage.
So you've been doing a bit of purchasing this week, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, well, it was on the recommendation that we got last week about flory washes.
Yeah.
So I thought I will go and purchase a few and see how I get on with them.
Absolutely, you went and pulled the pin, didn't you?
Yeah, and I can quite happily say so far so good.
Go. Yeah, it's been quite a quiet week, really, isn't it? Because it's been so hot and that we've all I think most of us have not really ventured into the caves, have we, this week? Because, yeah.
No, I sat at the desk Thursday night and walked away from it because it was a bit warm, and the same again on Friday night, but I was a bit knackered after work anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit hectic work, isn't it? Because you're moving, aren't you? So you've got all of that stuff to prep for, and
yeah, I'm not looking forward to 23 and 24.
yeah. Keith
Mind
is
you,
in. Hello, Keith. Sorry, Dave. Go on.
okay. I'm not looking forward to it, but the bank account will be nicely inflated because of the amount of overtime.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's one of them, mate, isn't it? You know it's on the horizon, it's going to happen, so yeah.
yeah, it will be what it will be.
Absolutely. Keith says, hope you're all well and enjoying your Sunday. Yes, mate, suitably chillaxed. Lisa's saying, hope we're both well. Yeah, we're all right, my love.
Yeah.
Shane Youngs is in. He says, good afternoon. Colin, Dave, and everyone in chat. I hope you're having a nice weekend. Same here, Shane, mate. Love to you and the family, mate. And, yeah, good to see you in, buddy. Always nice to see you, Shane. Bless you. And, I am roughly putting in some yellow lines today on me base because I'm going to stick the digger just on one of these old spare Warhammer bases, and I'm just going to do a bit of road dirt on it, and that's pretty much the base done then. Just something to sit it on so that it makes it easier for me as I pick it up and carry on with the weathering. I'm going to glue it to this, and it just makes it easier for me because I have the hands of a calamitous, clumsy man, as you know. And I pick things up and squeeze them to pick them up. And, of course, yeah, I end up breaking bits off. And so that's my... Keith says, have you seen the tutorial by Ammo on YouTube, Garden of Moor? Interesting rust weathering. Worth a look. No, I haven't seen it, mate, but I shall do now. I shall go and have a looky-loo. Obviously not now because I'm live, but yeah. Carl is in. He says, afternoon, gents, and all in chat. Afternoon, Carl. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Hope everything's all right, mate. Carl and James were on earlier. If you haven't seen it, go over and watch it back. It was on the Model Officers channel, I do believe. Well, yeah, of course it was, because I went in and said hello, didn't I, Pillock?
You're doing well this morning, aren't you?
I am. Yeah, I think I took the wrong pill, Dave, didn't you?
What, you took the blue one instead of the black?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Just something quick and simple on there. Like that. There you go. He says, yep, he says it's all good in the hood. Happy days, mate. Happy days, mate. And everyone said hello to Carl. Carl had a video up of the latest ambulance that went up on the E-Models stream the other week. So, by all means, pop over and have a looky-look. Get a bit of, what's his name in there? Oh, what's it called? Rubber black, that's the stuff. Always nice to see Carlin. It's there. It's a Warhammer glue holder. That should be the Tamiya one. Yep, powers of deduction. Losing the fact it's got Tamiya rope in it, Carl. That'll be MIG. That'll be that. So we'll have a little bit of rubber black going in there, I think.
I was gonna say, are you having one of your special moments?
That would be an ecumenical matter. You know me, mate. Wouldn't be me, Dave.
No.
But yeah, it's been quite a quiet week, really, isn't it? Because obviously we didn't do the Wednesday show because someone was in hospital. But that'll be, we'll be doing one Wednesday, this Wednesday, folks. So have a reminder of that. That'll be on the eModels channel, folks, where me and Dave will be continuing with our truck builds for the guys up at eModels. So we got that to look forward to. So yeah, it's been a bit quiet because obviously there was no eModel show Monday because we're on the summer schedule now.
Oh, right.
So yeah, it was quite quiet. I started filming episode 1 of the Ninja H2 Carbon that Wendy sent through. So I've just got the voiceover to do on that, and that will be ready to go. So I'm looking forward to that. Getting that up and built and all of that, because, yeah, it was really lovely of Wendy to send that over. Everyone saying hello to Shane and Atoll. But yeah, there's some great video content out there on weathering and that. No, I'll keep an eye on that. Right, let's clean that off. Paul Christopher is in, says, afternoon, fellow modelers. Hello, Paul. How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you. Hope you're keeping well. How's things in your neck of the woods? Pardon me. Can't remember. I think he's down in the southwest, I think. Give that a bit of a dung out. I'll tell you what, I will give that thing with a bit of my Masters, because it's been a while since that brush had a dung out.
Oh.
So, Paul, what's on the bench? What's in the belly? What's your beverage, mate? Jacqueline says, I ate the Lisa, Carl and Shane. Paul says it's overcast and warm. Bone that there out the way. Lisa's saying hi to Jackie. Right. Keith says it's much cooler down here in Devon. Even had some rain. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, we had a bit of heavy rain yesterday, and a wee bit of a storm was brewing. So, I think you escaped it, didn't you, Dave? The storm. Either that or Dave might have been asleep.
We had some rain. At one point, I thought we might be getting a storm because it started getting really dark.
Yeah.
But it kind of just went past. So,
yeah.
Bit fortunate, I think.
Yeah. Paul says he's got a Toyota Celica rally car by Tamiya. He's having a coffee and he's got an unease sandwich. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice combo. Bit of asphalt. Dirt and detritus. I want to go a bit heavy on the front, purely because the digger itself is going to have tyres and stuff that has got to have the dust and detritus on it. So literally just a really simple, quick thing on here. I don't want to spend too much time on it. So I'm going to be a bit heavy with some of the pigment in a few places, just so that it has got something to sit on that isn't, excuse me, a shiny Warhammer base. He says we only had 8 mil, but it helped the garden. Yeah. Yeah, our garden at the moment is like the Amazon jungle, mate. It's, yeah. We're working our way through it. Yeah, Captain Twitchy there. Yeah. Garden, bless it's never never recovered from when we had the builders in doing the conservatory, so it's getting all dug up and redone, so yeah. Bit of detritus under there. Dorkasaurus is in saying hello. Hello, Dorka. How you doing, mate? Hope everyone's all right in your world, mate. There you go. Bit of slime and a bit of dirt and a bit of detritus. Do for me. Yep. Back for a minute. Go there. That off. So yeah, proper barbecue weather, wasn't it, during the week?
Well, it wasn't barbecue city down here on Friday or last night. So
Yeah.
I don't quite know what the natives was up to. But
oh, really? It was quiet in your neck of the woods, was it?
Yeah. Normally, when the sun's out, so the barbecues come out. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, distinct lack of anything to do with barbecues.
Yeah, that's all we could smell was barbecue briquettes. It was like, bloody hell.
Mm.
There it is there. That'll do. That in there. Get rid of that. Grunge. Okay, I think we can have a little bit of adhesion. Apologies for being off shot. It's just so that I can see what I'm doing. I'll be back there in a sec. He says.
While I wait for that to dry, I'll have a slurp of tea.
Sounds like a plan, Dave.
Jackie says, same as mine, Colin. I'm slowly getting through the long grass and reclaiming my vegetable bed.
Yeah.
1 done and 3 more to do.
That's what H is looking at doing, is going back to having her vegetable bed because she likes growing shizzle.
Keith. But I thought, yes, but watch the weed seeds grow. Go now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, mate. We have a bit of bramble and a bit of weed coming up in the corner there that has been quite stubborn. So yeah.
Yeah, I need to do a bit more out in the garden. I've started. I just need to
yeah,
get my finger out and do a bit more. But
yeah, it just gets a bit much, Dave, though, doesn't it, mate?
Just no, after last week, no.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Just like my sofa might be sort of old and beaten up, but by God, is it comfortable?
Yeah, you snuzzle up on there, mate. You're gone, ain't you?
Yeah, it's normally those inevitable words when I'm laying on there. I think, I am going to watch this TV program.
Yeah, it starts playing to itself after about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just me it happens to then.
I did that Thursday night.
Yeah.
Okay. I was out that long that the skybox had decided to switch itself off.
Super special then, was it?
Yeah, I think it was about 4 fairies with now boots and 4 sledgehammers, and that was it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jackie saying it helps with her demons. Yeah.
Yep.
Totally get that, Jack. Totally understand that. All right. That's a bit of that going on. Where did I put my other stuff? That go. Is that it? Yeah. Keith says our previous house was so weedy I hired a paraffin flame gun. Best advice I'd give is don't wear trainers when using it. Yeah, I can imagine, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, ours is a bit where we chop a lot down, then we have a bonfire. Then we chop another lot down, then another bonfire. Which the neighbours love because they bring their stuff round as well. See, they're like, oh, can you burn a bit of this? Yeah, of course we can. Yeah, no. So, got a bit of that going on. Okay, I think we might. Oh, it says that go. Let's see.
I think I need another bottle of bronze green.
Oh dear. Why is that? You're running out, are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
On me. Just move that out of the way.
Well, it's not done too bad. It's done most of this, and it's done all of the Challenger tank that I've done.
Oh, right, yeah.
So...
I can't argue with that then, Dave.
No, definitely not.
It's got no battery in, so sling that up. I think there's enough in there. That Atol says, I had a cousin in New Zealand. I had a goat, and after the village saw it arrive, all wanted to keep their weeds down. Oh, right. Yeah. I can imagine, mate. Right. Now, the idea is to use a bit of this to glue stuff together. That's the theory, folks.
Oh, no. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, you got no faith in me then, Dave? Yeah.
Nah, it's not that.
That was a deep contemplatory sigh there, Dave. What's up?
Don't know yet. Right.
Right. The powers of deduction.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's that word again, Dave. Powers of deduction, mate.
Now I'm getting worried.
Yeah, I'd be worried, mate, if I was you. Yeah.
When you turn around, it's when you turn around and say, Dave, I have got a cunning plan.
Yeah.
It's like, what we doing?
Yeah. It's when I say, Dave, I'm not making any more purchases for my 3D printer. Dave, what? I've made a purchase for my printer. Yeah.
That worked well, didn't it?
It did. It did.
Bit like me saying, Cole, I have got 17 bags of kits. I am not buying any more.
Yeah, that was one of your better ones. I give you that. I am not buying any more kits until I've sold this lot. Okay, Dave, no worries. Here, Cole, what? I made a purchase this week. Oh, what did you get? I got myself a kit. Okay, Dave.
But I thought you wasn't buying any kits, Dave. Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah, big boy bought it and run away. Right.
Yeah. Nothing you can see.
Always works well for us too, that though, Dave, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's have a looky-loo. Just desperately trying not to twitch.
We got a bit of yeah, I thought we had.
What's that, mate?
Got a bit of tip dry.
You got a dry tip?
Tip.
Oh, tip.
T-I-P. Not the other thing.
Yeah, I thought that's, my earring, mate. Apologies.
I thought that would bring a bit of confusion. Oh no, I'm bad. Right, see how we get on with that.
Helps put a bit more on there, Cole, I think. Let's try and apologies for being off shot, peeps. Just trying to see what I'm doing. He says optimistically, Dave.
I wasn't going to say anything.
It's just I've got the twitches like galore today and it's doing my head in. There you go. Keith says to Atul, we moved 11 years ago and had to use a chainsaw to cut away the front garden so we could get our furniture in. Oh, really? One of those, was it?
Oh, no.
James is in, the model officer, saying, afternoon all. Hello, James. How you doing, mate? Was lovely to see you this morning. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Lovely to see you, mate. Good to see you streaming again as well. We need model officers in our lives. Got to have your weekend dose of Rupertness, ain't you, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
See what I did there? Do you think I'm getting that look that only James gives?
Quite probably.
Frankie goes to Wobbywood is in. He says, hi, Festa, Dave and everyone in the chat. Hello, Frankie. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Frankie. How are we?
Lovely to see you, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Always nice to see Frankie in.
Ooh.
All right. Try and get a bit of pressure on that in the hope that I can get it to stick this time. Yes, everyone's saying hello to James. He says it was fun today for sure. This is the thing, James, isn't it? It's just nice to sit at the bench. Nice little group of your mates in the chat and just chillax, mate. That's what it's about, isn't it? You know, that's what I find, you know, it's fun. As long as it's fun, you keep doing it. It's when it doesn't become fun that you then go, right, I need to make a change because it's no longer fun. And, yeah. Absolutely. And, yeah, we do like a nice chat with you guys and girls. All right. So we want a bit of glue on the end of that.
Oh. I think I puddled.
Oh, you ain't.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave.
Oh, you can't take me anywhere.
Did you cover it with weathering?
I think so. I think that can be arranged.
There you go then.
Actually, it's not as bad as what I thought, but yeah. There is a bit there. But don't fall over.
Keith is saying, Dave, if you tried ammo cleaner, I found it the best for acrylic paint, and I use cotton bud with cleaner and gently wipe the needle tip to keep it dry, or to stop the tip dry even.
No, not used it. I have to admit.
Yeah.
Right, need to do a bit of filler on that before we can go any further.
Oh, oh, the filler's got to come out.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, we need to do a bit of filling.
Is it a goodly bit of filling that you need to do, Dave?
It's pretty much resembling the Grand Canyon, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
You know, I could say that I could get away without doing it because I could have the backhoe in the down position and you wouldn't see it. But then I will always know that it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it will bug the bejesus out of me because I didn't do it right.
Yeah, one of those, yeah, could have done that differently, wish I had, and it's bugging me moments.
Yeah, could have done, should have done, but didn't.
Yeah.
Right, I think.
Yeah, no, I've not tried the ammo cleaner. I've heard good things about it, but I've not tried it. That's one of those add to the list ones, I think, then.
By the sound of it, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I must admit, there's quite a few bits of ammo stuff that I like to have a bash with, but it's like anything, Dave, isn't it? You end up buying so much pigment and paint and all of that lot.
Yeah. And you never really settle on anything that you use any great length, so you don't get used to it. You don't understand how it works and how you
Absolutely.
get the best out of it because you keep chopping and changing.
Absolutely. Jeff is in. Candygram for Mongo, our very own Carl Sagan. How you doing, mate? The Bobbins is in. The Bobbins says, I've just been using Samir LP lacquers through the airbrush for the first time. My next purchase will need to be a proper respirator as the mask I'm wearing has not been that effective. Yes, mate. I would get yourself a 3M respirator, Bobbins.
One like this.
Yeah, I swear by them, mate. I've got one hanging up. Dave's got one closer to him, I think.
There you go. One of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need it, mate. But I take it you liked the LP paints because I absolutely love them. The Samir LPs. I think they are the dog's coconis, mate.
Well, I used the LP paints for the first time on, you know, that little 48 scale Tilly.
Yeah.
Loved them. It's just they're a bit whiffy.
Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, if you spray them indoors, they're going to be, aren't they? That's why I spray my lacquers outside or in the shed.
Well, I had my spray booth going and I had my respirator on and I had the windows open, so it wasn't too bad.
Mm.
Right, let's get this cleaned up and I'll do some filling.
Oh, you're good, you are.
Well, I try. not always successful.
Yeah, Bobbins says I've been meaning to get one for a while. Yeah, mate, you won't regret it, Bobbins, because like I say, you know, if you're going to be using a lot of lacquers, it's definitely worth it, mate. You only get one set of lungs, and yeah, you want to avoid breathing all of that in, mate. I find that where I spray a lot of 2K clear, you know, you need a good heavy-duty respirator for it, mate. Because, yeah, it's got a kick.
Mm-hmm.
Al says, yeah, it's the best 30 quid he spent on Amazon buying a 3G mask. Yeah, you won't regret it. Yeah, Keith's saying to the bobbins, a spray booth's a must as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's all tools that we end up getting. He says, yeah, he is using a proper spray booth. Yeah, fair play to you, mate. Like I say, you know, we all find out the hard way, don't we? Because it's like, yeah, I won't need that. I'm only spraying for a couple of minutes, and then it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I discovered that when I bought years ago, I bought a can of the Tamiya spray primer.
Oh, right, yeah.
I thought, yeah, I'll just quickly just give it a quick blast in the kitchen, and I'll
yeah. Yeah, how did that go for
won't
you?
do that one again. Yeah, that's like windows open, front door open.
Paul D. Tommaso's in, says good morning, everyone. Hello, Paul. How you doing, mate?
Hello, Paul.
Hope you're keeping well. Always nice to see you in, mate. Love to you and Dawn. Everyone saying hello to Paul there. Yeah, he's also saying it's a lovely finish, bobbins that is, with the LP paints. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I must admit their LP paints are top notch.
I'll put it down somewhere.
You've been special.
As always, not trying to let the side down.
Good, man. That's what I like to see.
I shall take one for the team.
Good, man.
So do I get the special prize then?
Yeah, I think you can have the special prize now, Dave.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you can definitely have that, mate. Right. Paul says, yeah, thanks, Carl. As good as can be, considering. Yeah, tell me about it, mate. Totally sympathise, you know that, Paul. Yeah, life can be a challenge, say the least. Bless him. Paul says, bought a new Bart. What's that? Bart Sharp spray booth yesterday. My old booth, having decided it no longer wanted to work. Yeah, I had to rewire the switch on mine when I last used it because it had decided that, yeah. But when I think how much use it gets, it hasn't done bad. I hate these photo etch lights. I've finally decided that.
I can honestly say I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah, it's like how much glue do you need to put on a bit of photo etch? Paul says, oh, using UV resin. Nice, yeah.
I think I might need to get a new desk fan. The noise that's making, I think it's going to die soon.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Yeah. It's ticking away to itself at the moment. So.
Bobbin says it's payday tomorrow. I may be doing some shopping on e-models. Good man.
Oh.
Right, let's put a blob on there. Get these on there.
I knew I had a bit of cardboard.
Oh, Christopher says I had to Paul J. Lewis. All right. Oh, we've got that light there. It's just desperately trying to pick it up without twitching. Yep. So that can go on there. Desperate. Why not? My fingers. They work eventually. That's why I jokingly call myself Edward Spanner Hands, folks. Because I have to adapt to some bizarre techniques to get these hands to comply a lot of the time. EC Idaho is in, says good day all. Hello EC, hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Hello.
Lovely to see you, mate. Okay, and that then should only give me by powers of deduction, Dave.
Dum, dum, dum.
Keith says his wife is telling me we've got to go and visit the kids. There's something about Father's Day. So bye all and have a good week. Is it Father's Day? Didn't even know, mate. Didn't even know, mate.
Hmm.
one of those, you know. It's like, yeah, it's just another day, isn't it? Just another day on the calendar.
I thought it was next weekend. Well,
I didn't actually think it was this early in the year, mate, to be honest with you. I thought Mother's Day was this time of the year, and Father's Day was later on in the year, but we've always had that philosophy. We'd rather the kids spend money on themselves. You know, the way cost of living is now.
yeah.
You know, pay your bills and do your own thing. Don't worry about us. We got enough. You know, use it for petrol in your car or paying your mortgage or whatever. You know, it's.
Yeah. I would imagine that when I go to the pump tomorrow, it's going to be about £1.90.
Well, yeah, the missus was saying she drove past one of the services on the motorway and it was £2.15 a litre in the services. Because
Yeah,
they've got you by the short and curlies because you're on the motorway. And I think that that's when people in power should look at that and say, no, you're ripping people off now. And that's not on. Yeah, no, just not. I don't think it's right.
No, it's
That's outright profiteering, and yeah,
it's a bit wrong. But then I suppose you could say the government should take their cut out of it.
well, nearly 50% of what you pay is tax, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We're talking about taxing the windfall, then they should start in their own court.
EC says $5 a gallon. Yeah, we're paying that a litre, mate. So we're probably paying about $9 to $10 a gallon over here, mate. So yeah, rip off Britain strikes again, mate.
Yep.
This is, you know, people say, oh, the Brits are always moaning, but honestly, mate, we do get the piss taken. Excuse my language, but we do. Do they centrally have a central charge now for fuel, you know, and you can't charge any more than this amount type of thing? I don't know. But something needs to change because the government took money off recently, fuel duty, and yet the fuel garages didn't pass any of that on. Lisa says, ta-ta for now, guys. Better go and get some lunch. Tummy's grumbling at her. Good girl.
Oh, dear. Oh, you go down, fill the belly up.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's... People are getting disgruntled. There was protests yesterday, Dave. I don't know whether you saw it. But the first wave of cost of living protests are beginning to gather pace. But, yeah, I had a look at my Sky News app and it came up yesterday that there was some cost of living protests going on. I'm like, it's starting.
Yeah, it will. Will they do anything? Nope.
No.
Could they have done something to avoid it? Quite probably.
Yeah.
Although the Ukraine thing, there's nothing they could have done about that.
No. No, that's again just another man's paranoia, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Panzer says, I am not going anywhere. Oh, bless you. Yeah. But yeah, like you say, there's just a bit of discontent, isn't there? And yeah, it's a shame, I think, because it's impacting everyone, isn't it?
Yep.
Don't know what the answer is, mate.
I don't think, to be fair, I don't think anybody knows what the answer is at the moment.
No. No, until things sort themselves out in other political flashpoints, should I say. Yeah, I think it's going to be a problem. The trouble is they keep blaming, they try to blame everything, don't they? And, you know, it's like, well, stop looking for things to blame and actually do their job. That would be nice.
Just get on with it.
Absolutely. Al says, well, I am Panzer and everyone else as me thinks it's Dremel time for his toenails. Oh, lovely. As Tracy's is having a wibble. Oh, is Tracy having a wibble?
Ooh.
What you done, Al? Or what haven't you? Yeah, or what haven't you done? And how far in the doghouse are you?
Up to his eyeballs, probably.
Yeah, Candygram says energy prices in the UK have increased so much it's been making the news here in the States. Yeah, I mean, we have a regulator here that regulates the price cap on energy. And the first quarter this year, it increased by, in American money, would be about $800. And then they reckon this year, in the winter, because they put the prices up every 6 months, it'll go up $1,000.
Yeah.
And our argument is, it's getting reported that oil prices and that have dropped. So why are they charging us so much money? Yeah, it's never £5 or £10. That's the thing. That's a serious amount of money for anyone. You know, that worked out at a 57% increase on energy bills, and yet pay went up 1%. And people are getting yump about it, Jeff, and are taking to the streets, and there's gonna be civil unrest in this country. I can see it. And that's a shame then, because it's innocent people that will get caught up in it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not encouraging people to go out and protest just in case YouTube's watching. But yeah. It's just a major concern. Ah, right. Al says Tracy felt her ankles getting cut during the night as his toenails were sharp. Oh, dear. Yeah, it's all right until she runs her toenail right down the middle of your calf muscle, but that's different when they do it, isn't it? Right. I can't remember what colour I painted that, so I'm going to have a guess. That There's a bit of highlighting with dinge. Do you know, I can't remember what colour that is. Isn't that weird?
Are you having a bit of a senior moment there?
I am, yeah. Was it? I don't think it was. Sure, I did it in the dark. That weird. And that weird when you can't remember.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, it's weird. I think I've got a feeling I might be right. I'm going to test my theory.
This could go horribly wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, if it does go horribly wrong and you hear a wibble off camera, just ignore me. If you hear uncontrollable sobbing, yeah. Right, let's have a looky-loo. Frankie says, yeah, same things here in Germany. Almost everything's getting expensive. It's a joke, Frankie, though, isn't it? Because it's not, you know, it's not a small increase, mate, is it? It's masses and masses and masses. And you're like, yeah. Yeah, the reason why that is, Cole, is because that pot's actually empty, mate. So let's... Hey, at least I'm entertaining Dave.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day. That's the key. Right. So that's the reason why when you shook it, you couldn't hear it.
Because it was empty.
Absolutely. Paul says, yeah, I am, mate. I'm very forgetful. Yeah. Telling you, mate, the head wasn't screwed on, I would forget it. Let's try a bit of that.
Yeah, I know that. When I went to do a job in one building,
Yeah.
got all the way over there and thought, you forgot the bit of paper with all the IP addresses on that you wanted to do. So I had to walk all the way back to the building that I was in.
All right.
Paperwork up, and walk back over again. And he's like, okay, I will learn a lesson one day. Should we go for the third attempt at a different pot? There you go. Because the other pot, I couldn't get the lid off. That'll be the bowl of hot water later. That's got the obligatory lid of gooiness on it. Does that need a kick in there, Harris? Or is that another empty jar? I'm very hard not to say anything here.
No, you carry on, mate. I am going to give that little helping hand.
Sounds so wrong.
Oh, mate, believe you me, you're not far wrong, mate. I'm going to give that a little... Ray Aquilina is in. Hello, Ray. How you doing, mate? He's put in a €5 super chat saying, how's it going? Oh, thanks, Ray. Massively appreciated, mate. It is going fine and dandy. Hopefully everything's going well in Malta. And that life is treating you well, buddy. Lovely to see you. No, I'm not that forgetful, Panzer. Right. Bung that in there. That's had a kickstart with a bit of that. Probably a distinct possibility that that's an empty pot as well. Yeah. It would be nice, says Frankie, if the salaries increased at the same amount. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, mate. And it's, yeah. It's all right for the blokes in power saying, oh, well, you know, you just have to tighten your purse strings, but they're all multi-millionaires, aren't they? Let's be honest. So,
Yep.
You know, that means jack shite to them because, you know. That's what angers me about it. We understand the struggle. No, you don't. In your 111 to 12 bedroom mansion. How can they say they understand?
Makes me laugh at my place. Oh, we did really well. This is how much profit we made. Blah 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 blah. Oh, and then it comes around to pay rise time. Oh, we got to be careful and keep our belts tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Drives your potty, Dave, doesn't it?
You think I've just done 12 months' work for you, and this is what you value it at?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to know they care, isn't it, mate?
If I put the same effort into the same to the match the same pay rise that you gave me, then you'd be kicking me out of my job because I wouldn't be pulling me weight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Absolutely, Vernon's case says, yes, spot on, Colin. Absolutely, mate. It just angers me. You know, like you say, you get the chance, like, oh, well, you know, people just need to budget a bit better. Well, yeah, you know, it's all right for you. You just made 8 million quid on your illegal shares that your wife's got. Oh, did I say that out there? For them so-called companies that she didn't have interests in, allegedly. Yeah.
There's not much more I can do to help the people on petrol. Well, hang on a minute. You just had a windfall because the amount of money people are paying for petrol.
Absolutely.
The duty that you're getting on it has gone up.
Yeah, I mean, we could all go and buy shares in companies that were owned by Russian oligarchs just before the sanctions kick in and make a shitload of money. Oh, did I say that out loud? Controversial, Dave. Controversial.
Yeah, it's
all a bit crooked, isn't it, mate? Yeah, Panzer says the 80 grand they make as politicians. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, they've all got their moats, ain't they, that they claim expenses for.
Yeah, it makes me laugh. I saw one. They valued it that he gets £84,000 a year for being a politician, and then they turn around and said that he put in an expense claim for 220,000.
Yes.
Hang on. Sorry, but how does that work out? How does someone earning £84,000 a year can spend £220,000 on expenses?
Yeah, but then don't forget Boris put in a thing for, was it 8 million quid to decorate a one-bedroom flat above Downing Street? I mean, come on. Yeah, right. Anyway, we're getting our lips out, ain't we, Dave?
Yeah, I think we better wind our necks back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, wind the necks back in before YouTube says YouTube off now.
Yeah, I just think it's insulting people's intelligence, though, don't you?
Yep.
You know, because yeah, you know, don't say you understand people's struggles because you can't. They physically can't. Someone like, I don't know, Rishi Sunak, you know, says, yeah, I understand that it's beginning to bite and it you know, things are going up, he says. And it's like, yeah, all right, you make 200 grand a year as Chancellor. You're worth about 40 million quid. But you're telling me you understand. Paul Christopher says soapbox time. Bloody right, mate. We've got to have a wibble, Paul. That's what keeps us going, mate. Where did it go? There it is. What keeps us going, mate? We like a good wibble, Dave, don't we, mate?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hans says 8 million quid to decorate a one-bedroom flat. Must be gold tax. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money, isn't it? I mean, come on. I reckon the wallpaper he got was something really ridiculous cost per roll. And it's like, well, sorry, but wallpaper ain't that expensive.
Yeah, and then you wait. The next Prime Minister comes in and go and strip it all out.
Absolutely. Oh, but they're allowed to decorate the flat. It's like, yeah, they're allowed to decorate, but £9 notes. We're wibbling again, Dave, aren't we? You got to admit, folks, we had done well.
I think politicians need a dose of the real world and reality.
Who was it that time? One of the MPs, I think it was a Labour fella, wasn't it, back in the day, and said that all MPs should go and live with a working class family that are living on a limited budget and just see how difficult it is. And one of them actually went and done it. Was it Miliband?
Might have been, yeah.
Was it one of the Miliband brothers that did it? I think it was David Miliband, wasn't it, that did it? And he went and stayed for a month, didn't he, with a woman, a single mum with 4 kids in a council flat type place, wasn't it? And basically lived how she had to live with her for the month. And yeah, it was a proper wake-up call for him, you know. He really got to see a lot, and I admired that. Sure, was it one of the Milibands or was it someone else?
I can't remember, but...
Or was it one of the blokes that stood for the leadership when Theresa May was getting elected? It was someone, wasn't it? Dark-haired fella. I can't think of his name.
No, there's a wet weekend waiting to happen if we ever saw it.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, she's your local, isn't she? Does she still get the supermarket shut down when she wants to go shopping, Dave, or has she had to stop that?
No, not allowed to do that now because she's not PM.
Ah. Because that used to be the thing, didn't it? Everyone would be going about their business, doing their shopping. Suddenly everyone had to leave because she wanted to come do hers.
Like, you can't go in there. Like the Prime Minister's in there. I'll go somewhere else then.
Yeah. Terrible, isn't it?
Oh, but she'll be finished in 10 minutes. Oh, I'm not waiting for the bloody PM.
Yeah. And what was it she used to say? I'm a leader of the people for the people. Yeah. Why are you getting the supermarket shut down just because you want to go and get your groceries?
Yeah, you know she was about because all the black Land Rovers were around.
Yeah. Yeah, the Range Rover brigade. It's a bit like the US president's entourage, in it, when they hit town.
Oh God, not her again. I'll go into Tesco's then.
Yeah. It's like when the Boris bandwagon hits the streets, isn't it? It's like, yeah. Why is it whenever you see him on the telly, he looks like he spent the night sleeping rough? You know,
he is a scruffy son. Does he do it deliberately, or
I don't know. I mean, do you remember as a young fella, we all did it. We all went out and we got absolutely Brahms and Liszt on cheap booze and had a ropey kebab, and you woke up somewhere, didn't you, in the countryside, not knowing where you were, but you had that dishevelled look about you, didn't you?
Yep.
The morning after the night before. That's how Boris looks, isn't it? And he does. He looks like an oboe.
He looks basically like someone's got hold of him and pulled him through an edge backwards.
Yeah, I mean, if I walked in looking like that, all right, I've got no hair. But the first thing my mum would say, run a comb through your hair. Come on, love. Yeah, make yourself look a bit respectable. No one's hair's that dishevelled, is it? I think it's a deliberate thing where he plays on that dippy, unkempt character, and it's like,
Yeah, I don't think it's doing him any favours.
not on the European and the world stage when you've got all the world leaders there, and Boris comes in a suit that takes 3 steps before the suit moves. It's, you know, got more creases in it than an 80-year-old's arse cheek. And, yeah, I don't know, people must look at him and go, oh, see, come as.
Yeah. You sent Harney.
Yeah. Oh, dear. I don't know, mate.
You're representing the country. Make yourself look decent and respectable. Don't look like a...
Yeah. I just find it a bit odd. I really do. I mean, he goes to meet the Queen. Now, what must she think? He comes ambling in, you know, the morning after the night before. Now, you can imagine old Liz, bless her. Yeah. She sits there and you can just think what she's thinking, can't you?
Oh, I'll bet she said some choice words.
Oh, yeah.
The only trouble is, we will never know what those words are.
No. Because there's been a couple of prime ministers famously that she's not liked, and she's been vocal about it, hasn't she, at the palace? Word got out on some of the things that she had said, and yeah. Bless her.
We are not amused.
Yeah, mind you, I mean, guy's just a tit wobble, isn't he? Let's be honest. Right. I was putting on a bit of road dirt on the tyres. So we don't need that.
Whilst we've been wibbling away, and it's been actually quite good, because I've been doing some chipping on the bucket.
Yeah, but I don't know. Do you get much door knocking at election time? Because we do here.
Not really. The only time anyone's knocked on, and the only person that's knocked on my door touting for votes was the PM.
Yeah, it was the PM, wasn't it? Yeah, Theresa May. Yeah. See, we're lucky. Our local MP's Maria Miller. Now she's a right hard-nosed trooper, Dave.
Yeah.
When shenanigans were going on with lockdown, she came through the town on her way up to London and was a bit peed at the amount of people milling around. So she got dropped into the local council and basically said, well, we're in a lockdown here. Well, what are you doing about all the people milling around? Well, you know, this, that and the other. She said, well, get your asses off the seats, get out there and tell them to get indoors. So our local police and part-time police, whatever they're called, you know, these community people.
Yeah, community and special companies.
They were quite brutal with it, Dave. If you didn't get off the streets, you'd get a penalty, mate. And she was quite draconian on that. But also on the other end, if she doesn't see things are getting done how she would like, again, she'll bang heads. You know, the government are giving you money to make that happen. Why isn't it happening? Don't need a committee meeting. You've had the money, you've had the funding, get it going. And she's pretty ruthless like that. So when she comes door knocking, you can have a bit of a wibble and you get feedback on it. You know where sometimes an MP will say, "Oh mate, I'll look into it." She actually looks into it, but months later, you'll get a letter. I've had words. If you ring this number, and a lot of people have picked up on that, so she's quite popular for that. But she's not a fan of Mr. J, even though she's in his party. So, yeah, she's not particularly fond.
No, I have for all of my sins. I have the ex-prime minister, and yeah.
Is she standing this time, or is she packing up? Because yeah.
I've no idea.
Yeah, because we just had some. Is it? No, we got the locals coming up, didn't we?
I think I've got to wait until next year because
Yeah.
I think.
I like your thinking there, Bobbins. Bobbins says I would pay real money to hear what her Madge thinks of Boris. I would. I would love to be one of the footmen in the room. And just as he finishes his meeting and he goes out, she looks round and goes, "What a twat." I'd love that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, you pay good money to listen to that, wouldn't you?
You would, wouldn't you? It'd be brilliant.
It's just a shame you can't get in there and
Yeah.
set up a microphone.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anza says these local MPs are well known for not being seen. I'm quite lucky, like I say, with Miller. She's quite vocal. And, you know, normally most MPs rarely have anything to do with their constituencies, do they? But we're pretty lucky with her.
They don't have anything to do anyway.
We're quite lucky with her because she turns up, Dave, but she doesn't announce that she's coming. She just turns up. And it's quite funny because she'll turn up at the local council because she knows, obviously, their local meeting schedules and all of that. And she just turns up and walks in, and of course, suddenly, it's a bit like the Queen, where she thinks the world smells of paint because 10 foot in front of her, there's always someone freshly painting everything. And of course, they start running around like headless chickens, and yeah.
Exactly.
I've come to see why this hasn't happened yet. Yeah. Just don't do excuses, mate.
No.
So, yeah, I'll just say fair play, mate.
Yep.
Whereas the one we had before, the fella before her, he was useless, mate.
Yep. I remember that infamous day that the PM knocked on my door to see if I would vote for her, and I stood there in my t-shirt and boxer shorts.
Oh, no. Not the ones with the hole in, Dave.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Good man. Oh, dear.
And she looked at me. She didn't quite know where to look, but...
Yeah, there's a hairy brain.
And she said, "Will you be voting Conservative?" And I cannot possibly repeat the answer that I gave.
Oh, was it? Oh. Was it that default Dave answer?
It was, how can I clean this up?
Say it as it is.
It was, "No, I ain't voting for you lot." And she stormed off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
But oddly enough, didn't get anyone from any of the other parties coming around banging on the door.
No. No, we don't. Normally, it's only her that comes around. Joel Grits in. Hello, Joel. How you doing, fella? Lovely to see you, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah. Me and Dave have been having a little bit of a wibble, mate. So sorry, folks, that we've been having a wibble. We don't mean to. It's just, I think it's on everyone's mind at the moment. And I know it's a modelling stream, but it's real world stuff as well.
Everyone's entitled to a wibble.
Yeah. Absolutely, mate.
Don't make any more.
In other really relevant and important world news, apparently Joe Biden fell off his bike.
No.
Yeah, quite why that was such a big thing, I don't know. But yeah, apparently
Was he drunk?
yeah, apparently the 79-year-old president fell off his bike. It's like, well, he's 79, he's going to fall off a bloody bike, isn't he? You know what I mean?
What was he doing on the bike in the first place?
Yeah, he's, you know, he's a bit rickety, and he looked at the end of the day. If I got on a bike and tried to ride it, I'd fall off. So, you know, but apparently it's a thing. Joe says, I'm okay, Cole. Wibble on, mate. Good man. Yeah.
Wibble, wibble.
We do like the odd wibble, Dave, don't we? It has been known.
Mind you, what gets me now is the price of petrol going up, and you're doing your level best. You're doing your level best to conserve as much fuel as you can to make your tank go as far as it possibly can, and you get some nerve right up your backside wanting to do 80 mile an hour.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save fuel here.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And of course, to make matters worse, you know, the trains are going on strike. You watch. They'll, you know, can you imagine every year the train fares go up, don't they? And they go up a stupid amount. Can you imagine what they're going to go up now?
Well, personally, I don't think it's going to have the impact that they're hoping it is, because when you say, oh, stuff you, I'll work from home then.
People are going to get fed up with it.
They're just going to turn around and say, oh, well, fine, you go on strike, I'll work from home, can't stop me.
Yeah. So welcome to the Sunday Wibble, folks. Ah, dear, you got to love it, you Dave.
Oh. We come through a pandemic. We've proved that the broadband infrastructure throughout the United Kingdom will support various modes of video and audio conferencing whilst working from home.
Yes.
What makes the unions think by going on strike, is it going to further their cause for what they want by trying to impact people from doing their thing?
I actually think they're gonna actually backfire on them, because everyone's struggling at the moment. It's not just the railway workers. And I think the average Joe punter is going to go, well, we've had doctors and nurses get us through a pandemic. If anyone should be entitled to a pay rise, it should be them.
Exactly.
Going on a strike on the trains, you know, that's unions jumping on the old 1970s bandwagon, isn't it? Let's be honest. And me personally, I would rather give extra public money and support to nurses that have busted themselves to get folk through this terrible COVID pandemic. I'd rather the money go to them than railway guards. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's just how I feel. Because the train prices go up £1,000 a year on average, don't they? For a season ticket.
Something like that. I know once when I was working in Reading, and it was costing me the princely sum of £4.20, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
A return from my station to Reading and back.
Yeah.
And the bloke next to me that was having his hair cut, because we was in the barbers, he said, yeah, I've just been down to the station and I've just bought me season ticket. And the woman that was cutting his hair, how much did you have to pay for that? And he said, £3,800.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a thing, yes. Go on. Yeah.
I don't get a seat.
No. No, there was a thing yesterday, a train ticket to a certain place. It was on the Sky News app, and it was 970 odd quid. this train ticket to get you from one end of the country to the other. But you could bet your bottom dollar you're not guaranteed a seat. Now, someone like myself that can't stand long, that's a problem. You know what I mean? And they don't give a shite because they've already took your money, haven't they?
Yep.
So, yeah. I just think it's a bit naughty. we're wibbling, Dave, aren't we?
Well, I think it's about time the railways actually modernised and got with the real world, and you can't have drivers and guards and whatnot all the time.
The problem with the UK, and this is, I think, how a lot of people feel about it, is in the UK, we've got analogue infrastructure in a digital world. When you go to European cities and you go to America and you go to other countries and you look at their transport systems, their trains and all of their infrastructures, it makes you realise how bad ours is. You know, we are analogue in the digital world, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you go across Europe on a train that's like a Japanese bullet train. The minute you come to the UK, it's like, yeah, well, you'd be better off in a steam locomotive, wouldn't you? Because it's like, yeah. You know, and I found that a lot with people that I know that are based in Europe. I've got a couple of mates that live in the south of France and that. And they come over on a train and come through the tunnel, and they're like, it really is quite shocking to them when they come UK side and everything is so quintessentially British and anti-everything, isn't it? It's antiquated. Everything looks dilapidated and about to fall apart, doesn't it? You know? It just fascinates me, it really does.
Yeah. Well, since the pandemic, the world's changed. The attitude to how we work has changed.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that's had to happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And the railways are now feeling it because people are not travelling to work 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Companies are saying, look.
Oh, Bobbins, that is hilarious. He says, I've been to Uzbekistan. He said, and the trains there are absolutely excellent. He said that most people don't even know where the country is. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of the French per se. Some of the attitudes towards us are a bit ropey, but when you go to France, Belgium, Holland, Germany, Spain, you know, you get on their transport systems and it works, doesn't it? It just seems, you know, you go there, you can plonk your Harris down, you just go about your business, don't you? Whereas you come over here, it's like going back to Harry Potter and Hogwarts, isn't it? It's like, you know, got the Hogwarts Express, Harry. It's got steam and everything.
Yeah.
It's just mad. Oh, it just cracks me up. It's like, yeah, you know, you keep expecting that the train guard's going to be bloody Brunel, don't you? Yeah, it's like, yeah.
And he comes out with a top hat and a cigar hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, yay, oh, yay, oh, yay. Welcome to the steam-powered Charabang. Yeah, all right, mate. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
What pair of miserable old gits we are, eh?
I know.
This is why we're known as Statler and Waldorf, folks.
If you put your magnifiers down, you can actually see what you're doing.
Oh, you've been special, Dave.
Yeah. Dug in to see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that Bobbins, James May's Japan program. The Bobbins is saying there, Dave, that if a train in Japan is 30 seconds late, the driver has to apologise.
Can you imagine that happening on ours?
Oh, mate, honestly, if you want something interesting to watch James May in Japan, Dave.
Right.
And the way they do things out there, and dude, honestly, and then you look at what we've got.
Yeah.
You know, you go in a shop over here and you want serving. Well, I suppose you want to pay for that. Well, yeah, I can walk out with it for free if you want. I don't mind. All right. Everything's too much trouble, isn't it?
Yep.
You know. And you don't get that abroad. I mean, I went to the States quite a few years ago now. It's about 15, 20 years when I was last stateside. But I know people knock it, but no one does service like an American. Customer service out there seems to be very thing, you know. You go to a deli or everything, you know, yeah, all right, you get a lot of the have a nice day brigade and that. Again, they want to help you. They want to serve you. They want to do their utmost best to make your experience memorable. And that could be something as simple as going in a diner and ordering a coffee and your breakfast. But everything is done right, Dave. And I think the Americans have got that so right. I don't know what it's like in Canada because I've never been there. It's a place I'd dearly love to go to. But that's the one thing most people I know that have been to America will say. The service out there is faultless. And it's it's the same on the continent. You get good customer service. You know, I've been to Belgium, been to Holland, been to Germany. The Germans have got it sussed. You know, you go into a shop out there, you know, they want to help you. Italy's the same. So it does make you wonder, like you say, when you hear people from other continental countries say, oh, yeah, we've been to the UK and everyone seems miserable. You can understand why they would think that, because the service here is shite. Yeah, Bobbin says, I think Japan's a different world rather than a country. Again, another country where the Japanese, their whole way of living, Dave, is so right.
I noticed I had to go and do a hard drive swap. I can't remember. It was a Japanese firm in London.
Oh right, yeah.
I think it was in London.
Yeah,
and the boss man was very much, he sat in his office and everybody raced around after him.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was just something that was in the movies and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But boss man came out and they all stood up and they all started bowing.
Yeah.
I thought, blimey.
Yeah.
And there's me down on my hands and knees, underneath this desk, trying to fit this on.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm not going to get up.
Frankie says, haha, he says, you shouldn't name Germany in that sentence with other countries. He feels the same about Germany as you feel about Britain. That surprises me, because a lot of folks over here that have been to Germany have always come back and said how highly they rated the experience of the locals and the shops and people's just general politeness. Unless, of course, they didn't go to Germany. They might have thought they was in Germany, but wasn't. You never know.
I don't know. But yeah, as soon as this boss man came out, they was all up and bowing and on it.
Oh, yeah.
Even when I poked my head through the door of his office to tell him that it had been done, I gave him a nod. I thought I'll just join in, you know. Although he did laugh when I gave him a nod.
Really?
I thought, it's about as good as it's going to get.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I say, Panzer, good customer service, mate. Helps the customers spend their money. Bad folks walk away. Yeah. Absolutely. People will always remember a bad experience. But it's funny, if I've had good customer service, I always thank them. You know, I always say, oh, thanks, you know, you've been really helpful. You know, you know. I mean, my last job I had was in a retail business, and dare I say it does open your eyes to how impolite society has become. Because you get some customers in stores in the UK that really should be ashamed of themselves, because, you know, there's no excuse for rudeness, is there? You know, and when someone's had a dozen customers during the day that have all been complete and utter bozos, they're going to be a bit fed up themselves. But you do see a side of human behaviour working in retail that isn't great.
And it amazes me that people will stand there effing and jeffing at this poor little salesperson.
Yeah.
And they just got to sit there and take it. And it's like,
oh, yeah. But the problem is if you react, you do get a good old rollicking day. And
but does it actually get that person anywhere that's giving it the effing and the jeffing? Because everybody around them is looking at it going, oh, I wouldn't do it like that.
Oh, this is it. There's no need for it, is there? You know, it don't get them anywhere, because I ain't being funny, but if someone was doing that to you in your job, would you want to go out and help them? Of course you wouldn't. You wouldn't want to go out of your way, would you, to help them out? Because you'd think, well, sod you, mate, because you've been a knob. Skinny-haired Rush. Oh. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a shame. Frankie says, I think it's a point of view for just one moment. When you spend your holidays in Germany, it can be that it all looks nice and functional, but it's not. Yeah, totally get that.
He gets to see the warts and all, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, I mean, I used to get it when I lived in London. People go, oh, you know, you're so lucky living in London. It's like, you live here 7 days a week, mate. Yeah, you won't like it. It's a bit like Devon and Cornwall. Everyone likes going there in the summer for their holidays, and they all want to move down there. And I always say to people, you go there in the winter when there's snow on the ground and it's bleak and it's miserable.
Yeah. I still think it's funny when I'm at work and they come, and you know that it's coming because they've got the fidgets.
Yeah.
Dave, what? I need some help.
Yeah.
I've forgot my laptop. Well, that was a silly thing to do, then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why did you forget it? Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
How can I help you? Can I borrow a laptop? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if they're like that, I'll help them.
Yeah.
And I'll, if they come in and they start giving it a little bit of the large,
yeah.
I want a laptop because I've left mine at home. Well, you do realise that you're supposed to bring it in every day, don't you?
Yeah.
How far away do you live? Oh, I'm about 30 minutes away. Well, you better get in your car and go home then.
Yeah. I used to go one better than that. If they had attitude, they got the loaner. It was that simple. And that would be the scuzziest, browbeaten, fag-infested, scuzziest laptop imaginable. Yeah. Of course, your mates that you worked with in the comms room would go, did I just see someone walk out with a loaner? Yeah. So glad I'm not them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fox is in the chat there, says, morning everyone, hugs all round. Hello Fox, how you doing?
Hello, Fox. Right, I think that will do for that.
Bless him. Yeah, we've been having a bit of a wibble today, Fox. I'm sorry, mate, but, you know, we've had our bottom lips out a bit.
Suitably justified. I think I'm quite happy with that.
Are you happy with that, Dave?
I am. It looks decidedly well worn.
Knackered, does it?
Yes.
Happy days.
Right, smart the tea.
Yeah. Yeah, we do like a good wibble every now and then. Nothing wrong with a good wibble. Yeah, we'll be doing a bit more on the Lehman Russes later over on the Guru's channel, folks. So keep an eye out for that and come and join us both for that. Bit more decay going on. No, it was just cost of everything, Fox, you know, that sort of thing. Being ripped off in the shops. Wasn't a shrinkflation wibble. We haven't even got onto that.
Don't get me started.
Oh, you've been struggling with the same. Should have heard Dave's chicken nugget wibble last week. That was a good one.
Don't even get me started on them.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
£4 for 44 chicken nuggets that didn't look like nuggets, that looked like and tasted like bits of cardboard.
Here he goes. Oh, dear. Oh, brilliant.
That was about, you know, they were tasteless, shapeless, gutless, ceremoniously ripped off.
So you'll be getting them again, will you?
And they were bird's eye. I expected better, but...
Oh, dear. Bless you, Dave.
So I've now got 38 chicken nuggets.
Yeah, carry on, mate.
That I've got to force myself to eat because I ain't going to throw them away because I don't want to throw money down the...
No, that's it. You don't want to waste food, mate. You're going to enjoy them, aren't you, mate?
Well, if the PM comes round and knocks on the door, I can throw them out.
Yeah, good missiles. Yeah. Yeah. Good ammo to throw at Boris.
No, my luck, they'd bleeding bounce off him. I ain't buying them again.
Nah, it's taking the mickey, Dave, isn't it?
Well, even their fish fingers are going downhill.
No.
Yeah.
See, I tend to get Morrison's own. Don't know why, they just taste better.
I've got Tesco's own this time, and when I had my fish finger wraps at home, they were proper tasty. But bird's eye, ugh.
Gone downhill, ain't they, mate?
Yep. I wouldn't be buying any more of their stuff so they can go out of business, I don't care.
Yeah, go on, Dave, you tell them, mate. Mugging you up, they are, mate.
Mugging me up, mugging me off more like.
Yeah. Yeah. They're laughing at you, Dave.
Yeah. Captain Birdseye, not bleeding foot.
Oh, pleasure.
Captain Birdseye.
Yeah. Panzer says his local co-op is selling off the 200-gram bars of Cadbury's to make way for the new 180-gram. Yeah. But they'll be charging the same price for.
Oh, yeah.
I see what he's doing. He's trying to get me to have a wibble about shrinkflation, but I'm being good today.
You know you want to.
I know, but I know that I'll get on my high horse and.
Jaffa cakes, that's another thing.
Oh, right. What they done to them?
Well, instead of being 12 in a pack, you only get 10 in a pack now.
Oh.
But you still have to pay for 12.
Yeah, that takes the mickey. We had it with custard creams.
Not yet.
Yeah. Now, it's going to start now, isn't it? I know it. Now, custard creams normally come in a packet like that, Dave, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Biscuits all the way along. The last packet my missus got, they had done them like that.
No.
Yeah. So she put them back on the shelf and said, you could stick them in your arse, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, she had just spotted it. She took a picture and sent it to me. She's like, yeah. So she's on the shrinkflation wibbling now. But that was the last one that got me going. And like, say, Jaffa cakes, how thin have they got?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they're getting thinner. They'll be transparent.
Yeah. Do you remember when you was a kid, you couldn't get a rich tea in a cup?
Yeah. I seem to remember when you went and bought a wagon wheel, it was a proper wagon wheel.
Yeah, now it's a bloody Hot Wheel. Yeah.
I think it's more on a stabiliser wheel.
Well, look at Toblerone. How big's that gap between the mountains? Really?
Yep.
Alps look nothing like that. Bless. But anyway. I don't know whether, is it a problem in the States? Do you get packaging stuff out there where everything gets shrunk down, but they still charge you the same prices? I don't know whether it's a thing in Germany and America and other countries. I don't know. Is shrinkflation a global thing? Discuss. Yeah, Panzer, I watched that Billy Connolly clip as well, as if the Alps are all the same and one behind each other. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, that's that cleaned out. So the bit on there now. We've got those left to go on the front. Paul D. Tommaso says shrinkflation, it does exist over there as well. Ah, right. See, we thought it was a uniquely UK phenomenon, but
yeah.
Ah, so it's not just us then. Just takes the mickey, doesn't it?
Yep.
Pardon me. Frankie goes to Ivywood, says, yeah, shrinkflation nails it. Yeah. That's just not on, is it? Let's be honest. You know, things are bad enough as it is. It's like they think you're stupid. That's the thing. Oh, yeah, they won't notice that we've made this skinnier. Fruit and nut, right? Now, here we go. Fruit and nut chocolate. Yeah, you used to have hazelnut in every bite, didn't it? You know, and it was about yay thick per chunk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you would get a whole nut in a chunk. What they do now, Dave, is they grind the nuts up like gravel, and it's about a third of the thickness now, but it's the same cost. I want my fruit and nut back how it was. Quality Street. You take the lid off that now, and you're lucky if you've got one row of sweets in there, mate. The lid's got so close to the bottom now, mate.
No, not had Quality Street for a long time.
Yeah.
Used to be my granddad's favourite. I can imagine him kicking off there. Oh, behind me.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't call it Quality Street now.
Well, but just imagine him kicking off.
Bloody, yeah, deserted street, more like. Takes the mick, Dave, doesn't it? Ray's saying hello to Fox. Yeah. Yeah, Panzer says, yeah, and in Germany, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just one of them, mate. Just annoying. Right, let's bung a little bit more on there. Bloody light, I've got to redo that. Yeah, subpar street, he says, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's more like a cul-de-sac now rather than a street, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, subpar street. I like that. It's got a ring to it, isn't it, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Put a bit of that on there. And then that. Sit on there. That. I pick it up without switching. Because, yeah. There you go. That'll do. On there. Let's fold that up and get that out of the way. Oh dear, look at the time.
Hey?
Seen the time?
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, we've been that engrossed, folks, with our wibble.
We've been wibbling and whining and whining and wibbling.
That's right. Go a bit longer. I don't think it's going to hurt. People want us to stay on. We'll stay on. Stay for a little bit longer. What's going on in the chat there? Ray saying hello to Fox. Whole day Tommaso, yeah. Shrinkflation does exist in Canada, yeah. Fox says the wibble begins. He's informed his purpose. Panzer says, yeah, Jaffa cakes are shrunk. Absolutely. Paul Christopher sums it up brilliantly. He says, if I complain, I can complain politely and it gets handled better. He says, I can never see why people need to be so unpleasant. Absolutely, mate. You know, it's like anything. If you've got a legitimate customer complaint or whatever, say you've bought something and it don't work and you're returning it, that I understand. You go in, I bought this last week, mate, switched it on, it don't work. You'll get your usual apologies off the shopkeeper. Yeah, no worries, mate. Can I have a replacement or a refund? Yeah, not a problem. Everyone leaves happy, don't they? There's no point in jumping up and down and flailing your arms around and getting all personal about it, because it's not the person in the shop's fault. You know, they don't test every single item. So, yeah, totally understand that, Paul. Been there, done that myself, mate. You know, we've all had stuff that we've bought, even off of places like Amazon and that. You know, you buy it, you get it, you plug it in. Oh, dead on arrival, isn't it? You know, we've all had it. Especially with electronics. We all know how fragile electronics are.
Well, it happens.
Absolutely. I had something from Amazon recently, you know, and it didn't do what it should have. And I just messaged them, you know, I want to return this item. Yeah, no worries. And in the end, I did one of their online chat things, you know, and they were brilliant, Dave. Really were brilliant. And I said to the person helping me, is there somewhere where I can leave a comment on how good you've been? She said, yeah, at the end of this, she said, you'll get a little thing that pops up. How was your experience? She just bung it on there. I said, all right. I said, well, you've been more than helpful. Can't fault that, can you? So that's what I did. No. And it was a delayed item that they'd issued a refund on, but a month had gone past and the refund hadn't gone through. And so they was all apologetic and all of that lot. And I got, I think it was a tenner thrown on top for the inconvenience. And now, if I'd been one of those people that was Mr. Angry, Mr. Shouty, it's going to make people go, well, I ain't helping him out. Miserable old git.
Well, I had an Amazon issue.
Yeah.
I ordered, I don't quite know how they managed to do this. But I ordered a second set of speakers for one of my PCs.
Oh, right, yeah.
And thought nothing of it. Thought, yeah, the order's gone through. Yeah, fine. And I came home the following day and I'm looking at the package that's been left outside my front door because Amazon had been along and they delivered.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that's an incredibly long box and not a very thick box. So I don't know what's in it, but it can't be a pair of speakers.
Yeah.
When I opened it and I looked in and I thought, oh, how do you get from ordering a set of PC speakers to a Dayglow pink ladies gym bag?
Yeah, it's just they've stuck the wrong label on the wrong box, probably, haven't they? Yeah.
I had a chat with them and I said, can I send it back? And they said, no, it's an item that doesn't need to be sent back. It's yours.
Yeah, do with it what you choose, yeah.
And I thought, but it's pink.
Yeah, what he's not telling you is since he got that, he's now ordered the matching leg warmers, headband, and yeah. Yeah.
It was generously donated to one of the ladies at work.
Yeah. But that's the thing I've found with them is, again, you know, when something does go wrong, which when you think about it, Dave, the amount of stuff that they're shipping out every day.
Exactly.
It's very rare that it goes Pete Tong, but, you know, I've had only a couple of times when it's happened, but they've been absolutely brilliant. Really have been brilliant.
I couldn't stop laughing when I opened the bag. And I was like, how do you
Cole says, Dave, he says, we need pictures of you modelling that. Yeah, Panzer says, Dave in neon pink, can you post some pictures in the gallery? Yeah.
No.
Absolutely. Yeah. Bobbins is off. He says, I've got to go and buy some shrinking food stuff. So he did there, Bobbins. Okay, what have we got there? Give that a shake. I got a feeling that we'll be able to call it a day shortly, mate.
Yep.
Because you'll be getting to that time where you've got to ring your mum.
Well, it's the decision at the moment is, do I ring mum now or do I have food now? Because I know what's going to happen.
Oh, mate, I'd go for the latter then, because you know how that's going to work, don't you?
Oh, well, I'll be halfway through cooking it and then mum will phone me.
Well, I'll just quickly go full screen a sec before I switch to my bench, to me upright cam even. So I've bunged me photo etch lights on, folks. They're all on around the JCB, and it's on a little base. A little bit more dust and detritus gone on there that I want to go off. I've still got to hunt down the decals that are going to go on it. If I can't find them, I can't find them. And I want to try and print this week me bits to go in the drum there. But that's on a base now, which makes it just easier for me to handle and move it around whilst I'm then going around and doing a little bit more rain marks and a bit of streaking on it. And then that'll be it, really, on that.
Oh, it's looking good, though.
So it's getting there. So that's where I'm at with mine. Do you want to go full screen, mate?
Yep. Mine is basically, I've got various stages of the bronze green going on, but I don't know if it's going to come out that you can see it, but the bucket is well and truly looking a bit used and abused. And
absolutely, it's coming out nice, mate.
I've done the same on the sides of the cab.
Yeah.
So that it looks like it's been
dinged and stuff.
Yeah, and I've just started the main bucket at the front.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's coming along.
Happy days. Happy days. Let's just put me face cam on, and then we can come and say our goodbyes. Let's just turn me lights off, because that's a bit bright there, folks. Yeah, don't want to do that, do we, mate? The lovely scale model Muse is in, saying hello. How you doing, Muse? Hope you're doing all right, love.
Hello, Muse.
Hope you're doing well. We're literally just about to come off air. Do my bit. So, Bosh, there you go. He's up. There you go. So, yeah. So, thanks for joining us both. It always means a lot, keeping us company here on a Sunday afternoon, mate, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Muse was dishing out the hugs for myself and you, mate. So, happy days.
Hello, Muse.
Fox says, looking awesome. Yeah, I've just got some little bit of deft dry brushing to do around some of the edges and bring them back up. And then I'll put a couple of washes, and then that'll pretty much be that. I've got a bit of barbed wire and detritus to add to it and things like that. Muse says, just in time to see the end. Oh, well, bless her. Yeah, we've run over a little bit as well. Vernon's Cave says, cheers, Colin Dave. Great show yet again. Have a great day and week. Catch up soon. Lovely. Oh, bless. Muse says her dad cried when he read his Father's Day card from the pup. Oh, bless. James says his little madam's having a wibble herself. What's that, Alicia or Shania? See what I did there?
Probably both.
Absolutely. So, yeah, always nice to see you all in, folks. Stay safe. Take care of each other. I'll see you later on this afternoon with Fox for a bit more Warhammer Sunday, where we'll be doing our Lehman Russ builds. So keep an eye out for that on Model Maker Guru's channel. And me and Dave will be back Wednesday for the workbench live at the bench and that will be over on the E-Models channel, folks. And we'll be continuing on even with our truck builds.
Yep.
Absolutely. Cole says, thanks for the company, you two, and to all in chat. Always a pleasure to spend our time with you, folks. Always is. So until the next time, take care, folks, and we will catch up soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.